Hello and welcome. I'm Ellen Sutherland and we're being spiritual. I wanted to take the quote today from the contemplation section in my book, At Your Heart Space, because contemplation is such a potent part of being spiritual. Taking the meditational attitude and living it so that you don't stay on the meditation mat forever, but you actually take that essence and feeling with you throughout your day. So it's from page 122 of the book, Exercise 8. When we believe that we know, when we believe we understand, we become blind to further understanding and other ways of experiencing. The I know part of us, I know this, I know that part of us, is really one of the major things that we bump up against in moving. It's kind of what stops us from moving into another paradigm. So I know I'm a physical body, and I know I'm a personality, and I know myself as me with all these memories. That I know-ness will keep me here and prevent me from experiencing all-encompassing fields of consciousness, will prevent me from being aware of and part of the higher fields, because the higher fields are not particular, which is what the I know mind is all about, being particularly knowing about self or something or an idea or a concept. So one of the most wonderful things that we can do for ourselves as in spiritual practice is to begin to seriously contemplate. So contemplation, what can we do to contemplate? What does contemplate really mean? I think that I've mentioned before that it's more like a marinating. You soak in the quote or the idea that you're being with. You soak in, allow it to be with you. And every time a conclusion rises up in your mind, you just let that conclusion be and keep yourself open to more. So you may go from a particular answer. Oh, he did such and such, so that means such and such, right? He looked angry, so that means he was angry at me, right? And so that is what the mind quickly concludes. I'm just giving you a common assumption. And so we never look beyond that. We're so sure that we know what that person feels and what's going on with them, that we never look beyond that. And there's a wonderful story in one of the books I read about a man who's riding a bus, and he has a couple of children, and they're just running wild on the bus. And this person that's writing the story is kind of annoyed with them. Why isn't this man taking care of his kids? But he's also practicing unconditional love and forgiveness. He's a spiritual person. So he decides to go sit beside this guy and find out, why doesn't he want to take his kids in hand? Only to find out this man is devastated by the loss of his wife and hardly notices his children's upsetness. So normally you would look at that guy and say, he just doesn't bother to take care of his children and doesn't mind upsetting all sorts of people in this room, in the bus. But in fact, he's totally engrossed in some great pain that he has yet to move out of and doesn't notice what's going on. So I know mind is a wonderful awareness. You really will need to be aware of the part of us, and we all have it, that says, I know what's right, I know what that means, of course I know I'm a teacher, of course I know I'm a healer, of course I know I'm a Reiki master, of course I know, right? That kind of I know rises up in us just naturally. You don't have to beat yourself up about it. There it is. If you look around, you'll see it all over the place. And what we can do with contemplation is kind of catch the I know coming up. Oh, there I am, shutting the door, making that answer finite, and leaving it open, saying, well, that's what I think, but I'm willing to know, be aware of, be open to more. And so I invite you to be with the quote and let it work with you, through you. And peace to you.